welcome to Young Kizzy, the one YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button down below and turn on the bell icon. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section.
Miracle, because that miracle, it shouldn't be just a miracle. It should be a double miracle. It should be a double miracle. A miracle pali mundubire. A miracle pali marukula. For them to win. It's not miracle. Yoni miracle muntu andi. Iya kwa miracle so. Yesu naisha na wangeri. Mwana mwana noku wa mwana cha iwo so abo. You see the angels for real. For mundubire to win. Jesus Christ has to come so high, sir. Physically, here is Jesus Christ. Number angels. That is when mundubire can win. He can never win. And I am saving you heartaches. When I'm telling you these things, it's not that you're my politics. I'm saving you heartaches. I'm saving you, from making useless decisions. And I'm glad that my message goes far, because a lot of people now batembenuka emitima now besa ku UPND kana natambira okupunda pano tembenukani convert and join UPND. That is the party, and I'm telling you, UPND is here. UPND is here. And if President Hakainde Hichilema manages to put up the government properly after this election, UPND is gonna be there for some time. And I want to assure you, I want to say this, and I want to say this, plainly. People have accepted Hakainde Hichilema and UPND, but the real issue comes after my elections. And I've been saying this. It's one thing to win an election. It's another to rule the country. So, President Hakainde Hichilema is on a test. He's winning this election. And people have convinced around Hakainde Hichilema. Now, he has got a huge responsibility on how he's going to form government after. Because that is very important. That is going to determine Hakainde Hichilema's success. He has laid the foundation. He's laying the foundation. But for the walls of this building to build up, it will depend on the next government. This is to UPND, to President Hakainde Hichilema, that yes, people have accepted you, no doubt. People, opposition, wanani won't say, you have managed to attract them, to bring them together. But now you are at the center. You are the force of attraction. You are the force of attraction. And if the force of attraction does not exude that energy to keep everything together, it can disintegrate. Message, take it, and I mean it objectively, seriously. People have converged around President Hakainde Hichilema. Politicians have converged around Hakainde Hichilema. In the next government, President Hakainde Hichilema has a huge responsibility, and we need to pray for him to keep everybody together. Because that keeping everybody together is what will move Zambia forward, is what will entail his success in all these projects that he has started. If we disintegrate, it will be a problem. It will be a problem. So me, I'm praying for Hakainde Hichilema that really in the next government, President Hakainde Hichilema will be guided by the Holy Spirit on how he forms his government and how we move together. He has a huge responsibility. It is not easy to keep people together. It is not easy to keep people together. It's very difficult. Hakainde Hichilema is facing a similar challenge that President Kaunda had in the 1970s, in the early 70s. In the early 70s, there was National Congress. You remember? There was ANC, African National Congress. There was National Congress, and there was UNIP and other political parties. And there was division. There was division, tribalism. It was there. It was there. Congress was there. You know, UPND, some of you remember Fiararelo. You think of UPND. There was Congress, which was very strong in Southern Province. It was very strong. Yabankumbula. Then there were other people, Bakapwepwe. Bakapwepwe had his own political party, you know. So, Kaunda had a huge responsibility to draw everybody in. And he managed to draw everybody in, you know, in the 1972, 1973. He managed. That is how they came up with one party state, one participatory democracy. That is how UNIP came up in 1973. And UNIP, Kaunda, it was not about Kaunda. No, it was about making sure that the country is together. And they did unite Zambia. That is when Kaunda brought one Zambia, one nation. Hakainde Hichilema, I'm glad that during his manifesto, he also alluded to that. One Zambia, one nation, one people. That slogan is very important, my brothers and sisters. It's very, very important. We need to make that slogan a mantra to be repeated over and over. Our children must learn that slogan. One Zambia, one nation, one people. Our children, I'm telling you, let us teach our children. Let us inculcate that in the minds of our children. We are at a point where we need to put Zambia together. That is the only way we are going to succeed. And Hakainde Hichilema has that huge responsibility. And that responsibility is not easy, you know, to execute. You need God's guidance. You need God's wisdom. You need the Holy Spirit to take you through. It is not easy. Countries that united, they developed. Even when you look at in the Middle East, for example, Iraq. Iraq in the past was highly divided, you know, among the Sunnis and the Shiites. They were very divided. But Saddam Hussein, in spite of what the Western say, Saddam Hussein managed to bring Iraq together. And when Iraq was held together, Iraq started prospering. It had to take, you know, these Western imperialists to break Iraq. But Saddam Hussein managed to pull Iraq together. Same, if you go to Africa, Libya. Libya was also very divided, very, very divided. But Muammar Gaddafi, General Muammar Gaddafi, he managed to bring the country together. And when the country was held together, the country prospered. It had to take the Western powers to come and destroy Libya. Rwanda, today, Rwanda is prospering. It's because Kagame has managed to pull the country together. And that is why Rwanda is doing well. You can say whatever you want to say about Museveni, these young chaps that talk too much, they can never manage that Uganda. That Uganda is unitary today because of Museveni's policies. Uganda can be highly divided. The issue of tribal that you talk about, it is highly visible in Uganda. Highly visible. You know, what is this? The Bagandas, who are like the Bembas of Zambia. Then we have those from the western side. You know, the tribe of Amin. Then you have these ones that the Solot, the Totis, whatever. Anyway, it is there. It is there. But Museveni has managed to hold the country together. And Uganda is doing well. In spite of what you said, Uganda is doing quite well. Uganda is developing. So you need that unity. And Hakainde Hichilema, I'm so glad that he has taken that route. One Zambia, one nation, one people. We need that after the election. It's very, very important. But abamulela ndapwa Bamundubile is not ready. Bamundubile is not ready. I will repeat it. Mundubile is a good guy. He is a good guy. No. Tetimu peshema ndoma politics. Mdise mpili ukepalo ntampo kulanda chi. Yo, shana Tevo mbomba. Mundubile is a good guy. He's a good guy. But when it comes to politics, talapia Mundubile talapia lekedimyewe. And he cannot win my elections. He cannot. And he's being played by Makebi Zulu. Mundubile is being played by Makebi Zulu. He's being played. He's being played. First of all, I mean, you are busy talking about the crowds. The crowds. Did you see people? Na alunya no kunya, na alunya. I'm a phone call, I'm a messages. You have even flooding my phone. I'm a video, showing crowd ya kwa Mundubile. You people, you are amateurs. I think I need to establish a political academy. So that ndefunda ama politics mu Zambia. I need to establish a political academy. Imwe. Crowds, you see a crowd, you get excited. You get excited. When did that ground ever fail to pull crowds? When politicians they are launching their manifestos. That is not the first time. How many politicians have been launching their manifestos there? Tell me which political party went to Kitwe at that ground and failed to pull people. Tell me. In the history of our country, Mudamu ground Mudia. They go and launch their manifestos. And they go to the elections, they lose. Vasata. When he left MMD, he also had a rally there. Did he win? Vasata, he went there. It poured. Even me, I was there. It poured. People were there. Did he win? No, he didn't. Until when he was ready. And yes, he was ready. Vakainde Hichilema. How many times did Vakainde Hichilema have a mammoth rally in that ground? Vakainde Hichilema. With resources, with international support. Vakainde Hichilema. With international support, how many times did Hakainde Hichilema go in that same ground and pulled a larger crowd than what you saw there? That was not a crowd. We have had situations there. Go back in the archives. People were climbing trees like monkeys. The music system. The music system. Stage. First stage. Even you take Mampi there. Mampi to come and perform at that stage. Mampi kutiakan. Ila stage yalipanya. Imwe. Stage. There was no stage. They couldn't even make a stage. Anyway, my politics. You know, it's a science. It's a science. There is political engineering, what we call political engineering. Here, Bam Dalawa Chilubaba FTJ. There is political engineering. When you look at Mamunduvile, nakalaka Antoine Kanekaya, Kakolowoi rally. Kalaka Kolowoi rally Kaya, Nika Kolowoi rally. Kolowoi rally, proper Kolowoi rally. Ila Kolowoi rally, yeah. It's nothing. Looking at it, so, for a political engineering, we could see that apata pali Filipwapa, ukwambila pali stage. Mambi palanga ya shaking up bwete yako pala piki kuti kawa kanya purukutu. Ngakali waka yaka stage kanya. Go back, check out my videos. Mumoneka stage wa ibinine po mamundui. Mumoneka stage wa ibinine. Kumuru wa fila no kufimba. Ngakwali shiremfula. Urupala ngawani roko. Mundu vile ngali mene mishishi paparu pala. That's why mundu vile kwa tiro para, because ale piana kasua. Ama stage vale panga, ama stage yansara. Ama stage kwa tete can't even cover. Muna nduwa kuhuri rupia. Ndamiewa tawangwa to rupia wala wandu. Tawangwa to rupia. Tawangwa tufili mbaba letire tulia. Tufili mba tulia. If you don't know, having a rally, one of the most important things is a stage. It's the system that you are using. It's very important. Ngamulevo kupanga rally. Mune tuchita consult. If you are a political consultant. Ngamulevo kupanga rally ya kwa dimoneke. Mudala stage ya kutamba. Ya kutamba wa ino shaka. Imwe. Mune nanka name. Malema. Look at Malema when he's having rallies yako. Stage. Ile ya mletere nefyongoi. Stage ile fumapanshi kwa tili performer. Pa. Apone. Alisha apone ntogoro. Stage. Noti yande neba mampi. Ukuya mwika palati mampi fwenkulapa. Stage kupona ya stage tapari. Then from there, branding. Branding is very important. Branding is very important. Then fundama politics. Branding is very important. Branding is like wearing a suit, going for an interview. When you are going for an interview, the way you present yourself, if you're fuele, it will give you confidence. But you know, mbaba lewa Kolowoi party. Na Kolowoi rally ya bubanye. Baile na wafuana masampuiti. Stage ya masampuiti. Ka utumana nikane to music system. Tuleko komela. You couldn't even hear what they were saying. Even you mwewe kela paso. Nami pusha finisha randilepo mundubi. Finisha randilepo. Uyo inamana nikane Malukula. What did Malukula say? You can't remember anything. Nifi music wa Rich Busy. Chapwas. Quite new road show. That rally was like a road show. Antoine Kane wale chitalonchi kasopo wale chitalonchi kasopo etuma music system etuma road show na rally fyapu sana. You cannot take a music system ya kuma road show mwadhika para 3/4 rally then branding tapadi nothing. Because that is the time you were launching. That is the time that you should have branded yourself. That is the time that we should have seen your regalia. That's the time that we would have seen that. That's the time we should have seen your colors. Tawakwe torupia. They don't have. Paliendalama paja. Ninachko one ratu achawantu. Paliendalama. Wabundubile paliendalama. Malukula paliendalama. Nuosauka, nuovutika, ni mpawi zamu politics. Manje umpawi na politics zimeendela pamoja hii. Umpawi na politics zimeendela pamoja. It doesn't go together. Poverty and politics tafiwomba. Ati yo, tualikuwa tamano kai tualikuwa tepala. Awe, tafiwomba muntu wani. You must have resources. You must have resources. Even when millionaire, you must have resources. Eh? You must have resources. Some of you, you don't have resources. You don't have resources. I've heard some people wale start complaining, hawe kuyo PND takulinda lama, wale pela 25 pini. Anyway, wale kupea pono 25 pin per week. Wale kupea 25 pin per week. You should appreciate. You should appreciate. You don't go into an election counting on a political party that it will finance your campaign. No, it doesn't work out like that. It doesn't work out like that anywhere, my politics. You don't go and seek for adoption certificate. Afterwards, you start expecting the party to be funding you. By the very fact that they are even giving you AMA 25 pin, you should be grateful. You should be grateful. Happy mampa arachayo muntu ya papa mwambo kula ilisha yawe mtu minavoni hawe ba UPNG mubebeko akasona akachiramo bale tupera 25 pin. Why did you get the adoption certificate, bloody fool? Why did you get the adoption certificate? Where do you go in an election and thinking that the party is going to sponsor you? You look for resources. If the party gives you something, it is just a top-up. You cannot rely on a political party to fund your campaign. It can never be. Not even Donald Trump, not even the Republicans or the Democrats in America, where there is money. You don't expect them at, the Senates, they will go and get money from the party. You need to mobilize resources. They conduct fundraising activities. Yeah? So, in Dalama, ama politics, fienda pamonenda lama. Fienda pamonenda lama. Nomba, va mundu vile. Na manukula wawo, tabako etolupia. Tabako etolupia. Na alimi eva imwe. Ukwewa, bali feno kushike nyotoka. Nyotoka wale isha. Ni nyotoka shaloni. Isha aloni isha kupaliamenti. Nyotoka wale endelamu. Isha ku parliament bachili balende nenda lama nemi yotoka sha ku parliament amaskolokolo balende nayo amaskolokolo indalama sha kupoka ku uteko bapoka loni ku parliament endalama mwinga achira campaign ku president not even in a constituency can you win. Those people are broke guys. They are broke guys. They can't. Karake ne karari bapangire kale na chipwa karake ne karari kale isani kurusa kaka pange na imbi kurusa katumoni. They are choked. They don't have resources. No, ama buses, because it is just the politics. You ferry people from different places and whatever, but tabakwete ama resources. They don't have. If Indera and Danangu Munduwile, Nimunyina is my friend. They don't have resources. And it showed just Padika Radike Nekadia. When I looked at the music system, when I looked at the stage, when I looked at the branding, Rigaria, Nari Monapali Wuchusha, Wuchushi Weka Tapali. So from a financial position out, they don't have it. Then you can talk about another issue. In terms of those people, they are in an alliance. As much as it is not an alliance, like somebody said, it's a reunion. They are all never PF ones. But anyway, they call themselves an alliance. But what was shocking in this alliance is that the president and the running mate were showing, there are different companies. There are different political parties on stage. And they were going around. They were campaigning as individuals. They are not campaigning as one. Brian Mundubile and Makebi Zulu have been saying about this, that these two, they can't mix. It's water and oil. It's water and oil. Brian Mundubile. Na Makebi Zulu, it's water and oil. Even Brian, wherever he's sleeping, he knows that what I'm saying is true. He knows. Even Marukula Wine, he knows that what I'm saying here is true. Those two, they can't mix. They can't mix. And you clearly see it in many things. And that rally exposed them. It exposed them. How can you have an alliance and you have the running mate, the president and the running mate, campaigning using different political parties? How? How? You go on a rally and you start talking about your party. You go on your rally. You are a running mate. You are a running mate. You are a running mate because running mate, it is a marriage that has been consumed. It is a marriage that has been consumed. You are now Mr. and Mrs. But you go on a stage. Hello, I'm Okulanda Pali boyfriend or Wakale. Imwe kutifia womba. Wali upo muntu mwa upo mwa upana. You go, you have a wedding before ECZ. And ECZ comes out and pronounce you. Mwangalaza Romes comes out. I, Mwangalaza Romes, by the power vested in me, I hereby declare you married. Politically married. You are now Mr. and Mrs. Mundubile. You are now Mr. and Mrs. Mundubile. That's what Makebi and Mundubile. That's what they are. They are Mr. and Mrs. Mundubile. At number Tikalian Kairanga in Kubantu. Ero nomba bamu iranga Kubantu. Ero wa Makebi. Na wasenda. Aka handbag. Wawa shitile kuri boyfriend wakale. Kuri boyfriend wakale. Ero bambo kulanda nomba. Uchushi na isa muna buachamo na chao kangu pofe kuri ba Mundubile na uyuna nikane boyfriend wandi shana. Waewa tibadi upana. Where did you see that? And this, I'm telling you, I'm saying this, you can insult me. The question is, isn't it true? What I'm telling you, isn't it true? Didn't you see? Uyuntu anikane, Makebi carrying, akachola kakwe kalia, na pati opo idi, na kala yakwe epo idi, a color which is even more visible than the main party. Because the main party now, ni party ya kwa Mundubile. Now, which is not really a party. Now, what a party ya. Ema problems ya kwa Mundubile. Because now, even that party is not his. Anyway. But, the way Kamakebi, current Karaka bagi kakwe kadia, it was visible. These details, they are very important in political engineering. These issues in Mundwani. They are very kutontonkanya strategy. Ule tontonkanya. Teku tsave vintu mwalo. And naya nakasenda kana kele kali. Nakasenda. Ero aisa ikesula. Ero aisa fumiamo kolowoi. Iwe. Akesula asendele kalia, akachola kalia, akasenda. Mukachimule ero aisa fumiamo kolowoi. Giving birth to the main party. Giving birth to the main party. That Muntwandi. That is symbolism. Makebi was demonstrating that Irianu Bamundubile kapati kabukale. Kale fialwa. Muli chipati chawe chikalamba. Bamundubile. Bali muli mukachola kakwa Makebi. Emo badi. Vamundubile vale vasenda mukachola kakwa Makebi. And when Makebi decides, he opens to remove Vamundubile. You may look at these things as simple and whatever. No, they go. Symbolism is very important. Because the mind, you know the way the mind feeds. The mind conceives or apprehends things that you may not even realize yourself. It is not everything that we say in words. No, it's not. If you know how to control the mind, it is not everything that you put in words. Certain things, you put them symbolically. Some of these things. You put them symbolically. When I was in Zambia, when I was pushing certain agendas, you saw me wearing Yonsefe yellow. And you started complaining. Hey, but how come? How come Yonsefe now, t-shirt in. Symbolism. I was communicating something. I was communicating to your brains. Because mumona kwati, comprehension, kumfuafye, kanwa umfua, the brain picks things what it sees. Without even saying, when you are raising children, when we are raising children, it is not everything that they learn that we have to tell them. No. Some of these things they just see. A little girl who just see the mother. Ale powder. The mother will never say, not to look beautiful, you need to put powder. I'm giving you an example. There is no mother that tells a girl child, to say, not to look beautiful, you need to put a powder. Now, shan moya kukulika kitchen party. Moya muna banenofu wa pentere, na babika nani kane fi penti fia silver. Na babika fi penti fia silver muntu wanika. That woman will not tell you to say, put penti ya silver. You will find that muntu, aisa kunganda, au na inende fwa ila penti. Nadi mwana wana chite. They don't say wana chite told me. They just see and they conceive. You see? So, there are certain things that people, the mind captures without being told. But they capture just with the eyes. Sometimes they capture with just the smell. If you have but ka smell kawa maka aroma kalefuma, the aroma which is coming from the food, you say this food is nice. So, going back to Wamundubide, there were things there that some of us who see beyond things, we could see how Mundubile was being patronized. Mundubile was being patronized on that stage. He was being patronized. Makebi, alifwala kasote. And these others, nabanani kane, mwinda alifwala kasote and whatever. But when you look at these, abantu bakwa Makebi, they had their own regalia there. They had their own regalia. Abantu bakwa Mundubile, they had their own regalia. There, you go back and analyze those videos. You will see these differences I'm talking about. Brian had a cape where I even showed it in one of the pictures. Kunumoku Kuriati BM8. Makebi Zulu doesn't have BM8 anywhere. Makebi Zulu doesn't have BM8 anywhere. He doesn't. What he has is his political party and his colors. He's standing there as a president. Even when he spoke, I am a president and I want to become president. But because if Intufia Shupa, I just said, let us just unite. Even if you are giving such a speech. Kutueva tu ayupa. Awe, nali mwanaka chawe Intufia Shupa, kangu fwefe kudiba Tayali. Fine fipo tole fikani na no kufikani na fimwe. Hawe, if Intufia Shupa fye, so na munafia, kangu fwefe kudiba Tayali. La iwe muna bloody furi ove. You think you are marrying me for sympathy? No, you're not marrying me for sympathy. I'm a man of my own. And muntu antatwafira hapo hivyo, tatwafira hapo muntu andi, tatwafira hapo. Nangu bali kuna kule tule miakirikirikirikiri twainga, tatwafira hapo. Tatwafira hapo. But definitely kuli ba mundu bele kulia. Ba mundu bele kwati bale bachita favor. Like it's a favor that you know, that Makebi is doing for him. And then, symbolism, ukufukama. Kneeling is huge. Kneeling is huge. It is a big symbolism. Anywhere, in every race, religion, what, kneeling is there. Kneeling is there. Nakuwa sungu, kneeling is there. When you kneel, you don't kneel. You don't kneel for your subject to pray for you, to lay hands on you. Your subject. Where did you see that? How bamundu vile wafukama? How? Baimye namaboko. Ilo kama mkebi kalipamuru. Kambo kula chisablesi pala. Bamundu vile na imwe. Bamundu vile. You are being played. You are being played. You are being played. Why should Makebi Zulu be the one to make you kneel, the president? Why should you, Mundubile, kneel down and Makebi Zulu ale ikata pe pala? Makebi Zulu ale ikata pe pala. Mundubile. Yeah. No, I feel sorry for you, my brother. We started this together. I should have been with you, but you understand. You understand me. You are the one that left me. You are one decoration, Munduvile. You are one decoration. Wamona nom. Wamukampana nombana bakuruku. Na wamukampana na bakuruku. Ba shetani. Wamukampana na bonomu. Bale kufukamika. Ilete chingu fukamike Munduvile. Kutete kufukamike nali kuchindika. But kama kebi kali kufukamika ka kufukamika. I can't believe that. I just can't believe that nonsense. How can Makebi Zulu? No. Nangveni mamdala wananikane. Waneva smumba. Wafyashwandi. Ngavanje Tayali fuka mapa. Na watu mamdala. Ten tuingile ku bedroom face. Siko mwala mpepele lako. Not paradi. Not paradi. Tapani fya. Paja. So Munduvile. Bale kuomfya. Bale kulila amasukupa mutwe. Between you, Munduvile, and Makebi, who is making the other? Who is making the other? Munduvile, you are a bigger guy. You are a giant. You are a giant. That's why I chose you. For lack of a better word, I don't want to look like whatever. But that's why I picked on you. You are a political giant. You are bigger. You are far much bigger than akaka nankane kalume. Akaka ntwankane Makebi ni kalume kani. He's nothing. That boy is nothing. He's nothing. He's 100 times. He's 100 times far less than me. But me, I looked at you that no, this man is a great guy. But waamkule kalume kale kulira masukupa mutwe. Makebi is making himself. Makebi knows Tamoka winama elections. Makebi knows you are not going to win this election. But mark my words, immediately after my elections, Mualusa, Makebi is going on his own. And out of this, Makebi will take a chunk, some political chunk with him. Makebi will benefit. Makebi is benefiting out of what you and me, Munduvile, created. We created this. We created the brand, Munduvile. We created Inanda Pangama brands. Tamwishwafi. We created this brand. But you have let Makebi to come and parasite on it. Makebi is a parasite on Munduvile. Makebi is squeezing blood, political blood out of Makebi, out of Munduvile. They are losing this election, no doubt. And I can assure you, immediately they lose an election, Makebi will be on his own. Makebi will be on his own. He will be on his own, and he would have gained some political weight out of this nonsense. Out of this nonsense. Look at the adoptions that you did. Look at the adoption that you did. I know. I've been speaking to different people. Mundubile, you left critical people. Critical people that helped you. You know, that helped you in this political agenda. You left them. You had to leave them because of Benamakebi. Look at what Chifumubanda. Chifumubanda is a big guy. Chifumubanda is a big guy. Those are respected people. Those are the people that should be going on stage. I would even rather Chifumubanda praise for you than Makebi Zulu Marukula. But you know, these people, they are being humble. And Makebi is there. But those are the people that Mundu with it. Especially if you want to wash away Bukawala, PF, you would have embraced people like Vachifumu Banda, because at the moment you are PF, you are PF. So you would have done well to wash yourself of the iniquities of PF and position yourself as a new brand. But those people that you are supposed to be embracing, even Vasakwiba, those are people that you should be bringing. Those are Christians. Yes, Vasakwiba is odd in politics, but kwatako to credibility. They have credibility. They have the respect of people. Number Uyuntwankan, Marukula. You have messed yourself up, and this is where I'm saying Mundubile is exposing his weakness. Mundubile is exposing his weakness. And lo and behold, if they were to win an election, that government would be a disaster. That government would be a disaster. If they were to win an election, that government would be a disaster. It would be like a company, for example, a company that wins a contract. Bali Sapamo, they have come together. Two companies, they come together. And then they win a contract. Now, did they win a contract? In that, okay, as they are, still the other company is behaving as if it is not part of this company. Imagine the disaster. A company that comes together, they amalgamate. But one company is pulling the other way. Do you think the project can work? It cannot work. Because they will be fighting. They are fighting now. They have been fighting Pama adoption. They are fighting even now as I'm talking. They are fighting. Now imagine they win. They win. Can they rule? They can't. They can't rule. It will be a disaster. But thank God, they can never win. They can't win. They can't win. And those of you, no, you are just political amateurs. You are just political children. You are political children. Abantu they always go kumaradi. They always go to Maradi. Ask people who have been in politics. They go. Ba Edgar Lungu, Vale Okowaya, Ukurikonse, Vale Kwata Maradi. And there will be a lot of people. Sana Southern province. And I remember, I think they had a rally. I think it was in Chikankata. And I went to State House. By that time, Amos was there. And Amos was excited. We went there and the people, organically they just came. People, they love the man. During the elections, how many votes did Edgar Lungu get? How many? Amarali Yokoyama. Haka inde Ichilema used to have Amarali's challenge Yavantu. Full, there will be a lot of people. And yet Haka inde Ichilema struggled to be president 5 times. 5 times. So Amaradi, it's only political amateurs who get excited. Otherwise, forever issue ama politics, forever monama politics, Amaradi is not a measure. Somebody has it. No. Because Amaradi, people are bored. Rich busy analipirisha. Where did you see Rich busy? Apanga stage ambo kulashana shana. Where did you see? When Rich busy is performing, he has to ask people to pay. They pay to watch Rich busy. They pay. Emwarila Rich busy. Ni mufirimba, mukushana. And the people pay. No manga kulirari, it's free. It's free. Ngakulirari, it's free. These performers, they come and perform free of charge. So how can you be fooled to think that if a musician can ask people to pay and you attract a crowd? Now imagine he is performing for free. Imagine he's performing for free. How many people are going to come? Yeah? When Rich Busy puts up a stage to say, I'm going to perform, and for you to come, you must pay so much. He pulls crowds. Crowds come. No kulipira balipira. But now, you have a situation where Rich Busy is going to perform without people paying. How many people would come? How many people would come? So, you are totally lost. People don't go for these rallies because they are endorsing the candidate. No, they don't. There are things that you do to woo people to come. There are things that we do to woo people to come. And people come out of those things that we do. Especially the music and the performance. We bring them. But what is important for a rally is now the message. That is what is important. Because when people come now you have to convince them. Party rally, the excitement was only when they are performing. Only when they are performing. When Mundubile himself, go and watch again. When Mundubile is being lifted, Mundubile gets up. Even Takurina Chilachi Morao, you need to electrify the mood. Before you call the president, you need to electrify the mood. You need a charismatic person to call the president. No, Mama Kateka Vaisa, Mama Kateka Vaisa. Come on. Abantu, they get excited. Not it. Number president, number Mundibile, Mundibile, no Vaima, Vaisa Milina. First Palakona Z. First Palakona Z. Palakona Z, DJ Amonat, Tapayaba. Then they play a music. Paria, kirikiti. Kwa sakona ulio mrumendo, ashana ko 2x. Ali mona ulio mrumendo. I like that guy. The guy that came and started dancing. Because Ali mona apapalizia pa. Tafiri wi. So the guy quickly came up, ashana kwa ikona, abantu barumba kwa. Wamundubile wambo kulanda. People started walking away. It was quiet. There were no killer punches. When you are addressing a rally, you must have killer punches. You must have statements that will excite people. People, munabona wakamwit. Wakamwit. Nangu Sata. If you look at Sata, muchiwe mbatu tila, those are killer punches. What excites people? So that people can pay attention. Uyu fonko. Shani. There must be something that excites people. And you deliver your message. You must have at least 2 or 3 points that will be takeaway. Go and analyze the media today. What news did Brian make apart from the pictures of, selected portions which they were taking. Because today, you should have had headlines of Munduwile's speech. You should have had headlines. The news, the airwaves would have been hitting with the news of Munduwile's message. But there was no message. There was no message. Nothing. Takwali message. Nataka tunemule tola potoa kusabaila. Tukesampela senteri, tukesampela whatever. What are you talking about, my man? What are you talking about? Senseri is a private mine. It's in the hands of the private sector. You are going to grab it and give it to who? To Banamariketi? Is that the message? And yet you want money.